anniversary was January, and the past months, almost a half year, has been a tough one for us, and we have been having issues, particularly me, with from finances to communication and stuff. So I was actually at a point where I was like, I wanted to see a counselor, and then I heard about the marriage retreat from a friend of ours.
And I didn't know it was that bad. I was a little busy. I think sometimes life gets in the way, and I could sense that something was off. I didn't know what it was. So I left it open. I like, okay, I know we're gonna go to this marriage retreat, and I don't know what to expect.
Also during our the practice sessions with us, I learned something about myself and how I communicate, and like some of the source of my issues and stuff, which is I have a pattern now that I could use, that I could borrow, and I could practice it more and more with him, so that I can express myself better and express my feelings in a constructive way, instead of my past pattern that I see now was kind of like being destructive instead of being constructive. So that's my takeaway.
And I remember in one of the exercises, it came out and like, oh yes, there's this. And I remember going into that as I was writing this letter for this exercise. As I continued and I was getting close to the end, I was crying. I was literally sometimes trying to keep tears from my eyes as I was writing what our relationship meant to me, what my wife means to me, to our family. I'll say this, like, it might be scary that you don't know where you're going to be going this weekend. Like, if you're like me and you're signed up for this by your spouse or your significant other, just pray to God about it. If that helps you, and you'll find yourself someplace better. You'll learn something about yourself. You'll learn something about your spouse. You'll learn something about your relationship together. And yes, absolutely, we got tools that we could certainly use going forward.
And it's more about like fight for your marriage. You don't just walk away.
Even if you don't know you're going to be fighting for your marriage, because I wasn't quite certain. What is this weekend about? Like, I know in general terms it's supposed to be about our marriage. I just didn't know what. And I do know in my heart that she wasn't happy and that I was also unhappy. I just didn't know how deep it ran and what it was going to be and what was going to be revealed this weekend. So it's scary, and it is also it's eye-opening.
And not all your issues are going to be resolved in this whole weekend.
You will get the tools that you'll need to work on those as you go along, because it's not just a weekend thing. You make a commitment to continue.